we got news because Elgato is saying that they don't have enough of their capture card lineup. We have Minis Form saying that they don't have enough of their Windows-powered AMD laptops and tablets. And Minis Form, where we already talked about Minis Form. Ioneo, they're saying that we don't have enough Android handhelds. So, what do? They make, they create, they make them.
Welcome, the Gamer Man's Lounge. Awaken to play.
Hopefully, things are going well for you guys. As for me, welcome to the Gamer Man's Lounge. And today, we got a news video where I compile events that happened weeks past up to now, and source links in the description. So here we go. Let's get right on going to the news for February 2024. Because there's crazy stuff that's been going down. It's insane. Yeah! Alright, okay, but no, seriously, let's get started with our first news story from Elgato, where they revealed a new capture card. It's an external capture card that is going to work with Windows, Mac OS, and iPad. Yes, their new capture card called the Elgato 4KX. It's going to be an HDMI 2.1 powered external capture card. Like I said, with Windows, Mac, and iPad, it's going to have variable refresh rate support, $230 MSRP, with recording resolutions of up to 1080p at 240 Hz, up to, I meant to say frames per second, up to 1440p at 144 FPS, and up to 4K at 144 FPS. So yes, we are talking about 144 frames per second up to 4K, so this is going to be very interesting. Now, Elgato is saying something about verification of ultra-wide resolutions according to their help pages. But also, let's go ahead and end that off by saying USB 3 Type-C 10 gigabit per second. It's going to be powered by that. But, however, if you're going to plug it into a Gen 1 port, expect reduced resolution performances and yada, yada, yada. So this looks very interesting. This is their new capture card, the 4KX. $230, 4K at 144 frames per second with variable refresh rate support. That's interesting. And it's going to work with iPad alongside macOS and Windows. Now, I understand that Elgato's capture cards have been UVC at the end of the day, so they're like universal plug and play, so they're going to work with a bunch of stuff. So it is what it is. So, yeah, this is a step up, and this also goes to show, are iPads actually becoming powerful? And absolutely the case, because I did some digging around, and I found out that, like, when it comes to their iPad lineup lately, Apple's been adding the Apple M2 chip that's been powering my Mac Mini M2 chip, and yeah, we're seeing iPads with Apple's M2 chip, so this is going to be very interesting. So, of course, we're going to see iPad support. So, this is very interesting. But if you have a spare PCI slot for an internal capture card, here's where our next story, once again coming from Elgato, it is the 4K Pro. It's an internal capture card with true HDR10 support. Just like I forgot to mention, yes, HDR pass-through and capture, just like the 4KX. The 4K Pro is going to have true HDR10 support, or HDR10 support. Either way, it's HDR supported pass-through and capture. HDMI 2.1, of course, with variable refresh rate support, with a $280 MSRP. However, you're going to be needing a PCIe 2x4 slot. So, pass-through resolution is going to be up to 8K 60 frames per second. But you have recording resolutions with 1440p at 144 frames, 4K at 60 frames, but you also have 1080p at 240 frames per second. And of course, according to the help page, Elgato's official help page, ultra-wide resolutions there they're in the process of, quote, verifying. So this might be interesting. Something doesn't seem pretty much right. So take that 4K 60 recording resolution with a grain of salt, because you have to stop and think. The 4KX is you can record up to 4K at 144 unless we're looking at something. So I'd say take that with a grain of salt. And more details, like I said, source links in the description. Now, yeah, new capture cards from Elgato. This is looking very interesting, especially a capture card that works with iPad. What a twist. And it's like, okay. I mean, here we go. Now, let's move right on going. My bad. Move right on going. Let's get right on going to the next news story that is not Elgato, but it is a free-to-play game that you should be trying out called Action Taimanin, and they got their new playable character, and it's Lena, a Taimanin series veteran who is going to be a demon type, and Protect Kit releases is going to be for everybody. You can unlock her through gems on February 19th, but if you want to access her early, because she's out now for early access, you can be buying one of 2 character bundles if you want to essentially get access to her earlier. So character bundles are going to include UR weapons, the bath outfit, more gems, and a 7-day EXP boost, depending on what tier you want to pick. Now, she wields the same weapon type as Asagi and Anna Rose, and her outfit selection is going to be Bathrobe, Shop of Desires, The Day Off, The Maid, Ingrid cosplay, and the gift ribbon outfit, which can get pretty spicy. Now, character bundle prices are going to be $45 for the standard, and the jump up's going to be $90. So, yeah, she has made her debut in Action Taimanin as a boss battle in an event, like time-limited event, but now she's showing up as a playable character. So this was bound to end up happening. So yeah, this was expected to end up happening. It is what it is. So yeah, am I surprised? Am I surprised? I actually no. I had a hunch that she was going to be playable. I suspected that to be the case, and yeah, turns out it was a thing. And I'm going to go here, take for a quick mini break, and here you go. Here we're going to give you a video game recommendation.
The Lounge recommends you check out Arika's Tetris The Absolute, the Grandmaster 2 Plus. This challenging Tetris game, which is the sequel in Arika's Tetris Grandmaster series, will put your skill and knowledge throughout the Tetris franchise to the test. Can you clear its beginner mode, reach the Grandmaster rank in the normal mode, or survive the ruthless TA death mode? This updated version to the second entry has been re-released on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 courtesy of Arcade Archives from developer Hamster. That said, you might want to give this challenge-defining sequel a shot and put yourself to the test.
Okay, now let's get right on going to the next news story already, because we got Minis Form, best known for their mini PCs. Now they came out with their new product called the V3, and it's going to be a 3-in-1 Windows operating system tablet, or Windows OS tablet, to keep it short, sweet, and simple. It's going to be powered by AMD Ryzen 7 8840U with Radeon 780M iGPU. It's a tablet and a laptop with a 14-inch 2.5K 165Hz display with a 16:10 ratio, 500 nit brightness, and a 100% P3 wide color that can also act as an external monitor thanks to the included DisplayPort input. What a twist! And this is very interesting. The packaging is going to include a tablet pen with a 4096 pressure sensitivity, and the included ports are going to be DisplayPort in, SD card, audio, and 2 USB 4s. We're talking about 40 gigabits per second. USB 4 times 2. 2 USB 4 ports. And of course, your storage options are going to be up to 2 terabyte, and DDR5 RAM options going to be up to 32 gigabytes. Now, I'm trying to hold back a cough right now. So, yeah, I am keeping myself from coughing. But no, seriously, what a twist. It's a Windows-powered, AMD-powered laptop and tablet, but it's also an external monitor. What a twist. It's an M. Night Shyamalama ding-dong twist. Now let's get right on going to Height, where they ended up losing a collaboration with Niji Sanji. Actually, it's Niji Sanji's fault, and it was Height that did the termination. So, yes, Height terminated the collaboration with Niji Sanji, a VTuber group by any color. So, it's a famous VTuber group by any color that is a rivalry to Hololive by Cover Corp. And that is a thing. So, yes, Height is the company that is known for their PC cases, best known for their PC cases, by the way. They also make case fans, desk pads, keyboards, keycaps, headsets, and etc., but they're best known for their PC cases. So, Height has collaborations with Hololive, another VTuber group by Cover Corp, that is a huge rival to Niji Sanji, and Persona 3 Reload, which is a already out now remake of Persona 3, didn't hear some good things about it. It is the way that it is. But moving on over, so Height's Niji Sanji collab termination is in support of the VTuber fandoms that are upset and cutting ties with Niji Sanji following what Niji Sanji did. So this is something that is Niji Sanji's fault, and it is what it is. So, yeah, Niji Sanji shot themselves in the foot. Now let's get right on going to the next news story, where we have Ioneo saying that there hasn't been enough Android handhelds. So here we go. It's the Pocket S, and it's an Android handheld with Snapdragon G3X Gen 2 platform with a 6-inch 1440p resolution borderless touchscreen display. And we're talking about the G3X platform from Snapdragon and Qualcomm. And what? What? I have to say to myself, dude, what? Okay, Snapdragon from Qualcomm, Snapdragon G3X Gen 2 platform, Cryo Prime Ultra Core, 3.36 gigahertz CPU, and Adreno A32 1 gigahertz GPU. And we're looking at a support for 3-mode vibration, including Sound Tap Magic, audio vibration, and etc. And we're looking at Hall sensing and linear Hall for the built-in controls, and for RAM options up to 16 gigabytes, and storage options up to 1 terabyte. And the screen will be a 1440p with 490 ppi density, 400 nits brightness, and 6500K color temperature. And like I said, Qualcomm Snapdragon G3X Gen 2 platform. Okay, I have to make sure I say it right in case I say things wrong. For crying out loud. I'm trying to make sure I go through things correctly while I'm trying to fight off my coughing. Okay? I'm trying to keep myself from coughing, okay? Bear with me here. Okay, so, yeah, it's very interesting. Yes, on a side note, we are talking about the G3X Gen 2 platform. That is basically, yeah, I went to Qualcomm's official website, and the Gen 2 G3X is going to be supportive of ray tracing on Android from what I have digged around. So this is very interesting. This is a nice looking upcoming handheld. I can't wait for that to actually come out. Okay, I got the coughing out of the way. Source links in the description, but no, seriously, let's go ahead and talk about last month. When it came to January. Now, back in the year-end presentation, I did say that I was going to go through and observe more of 2024 and years forward and start scoring them. Now, January could have been a very pleasant month, despite the rough start for for, say, gaming and entertainment. Well, gaming, tech, and entertainment, but unfortunately, it did not look so good. With that totally said, January 2024 scored 68% pleasant. Yikes. So, 69 out of 102 pleasant events that have happened that I have documented on my year-end observation project. So, yes, 68%. Not looking good for 2024. Now, what kept it from being worse was the Consumer Electronics Show, but yeah, it's a huge total yikes for 2024. And yeah, 2024 has got to get its shit together. It is the way that it is. But hey, that's all, and I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out. Now I can go ahead and cough as much as I want.